Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys our money moves and our money mishaps for the month of April. I do want to preface this by saying that there obviously are other wins that we experienced and other losses that we experienced, but these are just the ones that stand out and that I think are worth mentioning. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. So for our budgeted income, we budgeted $4,121. We actually ended up bringing in $5,307. And if you guys remember, we halted our additional investing and we also paid ourselves, well, the plan was to pay ourselves a lesser amount from the business because we did learn at the end of March that our tax bill was going to be about $2,000 and change more than what we had originally budgeted. And that wasn't really due to the business side of things. We were on point with that figure, but more so the personal side of things. So in an effort to not owe the IRS another year and go another year without owing the IRS or going to prison, we thought that it would be the best idea to just halt any additional spending that really didn't have to happen and just cash flow the additional tax bill. So obviously one of our wins for the month of April is that we did bring in about $1,000 extra. This was mainly due to returning an item as well as my husband bringing in more from his full-time job. He did end up essentially working a few extra shifts, and that obviously turned out to be great in our favor because it did bring our income up and increase our income by about $1,000 altogether. Another money move is that I did add about $110 to my Louis Vuitton bag fund. If you're new here, I am kind of like loosely saving for a Louis Vuitton bag. I know that there will never come a time where I just outright purchase a literal handbag, although I am a fan of handbags, but I know that there will never come a time where I fork over like $1,000 for a handbag. So I figured that I would just save up the money for this. The only real way that I would probably treat myself is A, if I still want the bag after I'm done saving for it, and B, the whole fund in and of itself is actually just a fund that I can use to purchase me something nice whenever I hit my weight loss goal. Actually, around that same time, in the interim, as we're prepping for hopefully having our first child, I'm kind of just like losing weight and trying to get my body in the best shape that it can possibly be in so that that whole process is less stressful on my actual body. So it would kind of be like a push present slash gift to myself for hitting my weight loss goal or coming really close to it or whatever the case is. So that's kind of what that's for. I have just deemed it a Louis Vuitton bag fund. Again, my mind could completely change. I actually started the fund in January, but then in February my husband brought home a stray animal, which is now our pet. And so now I feel like there's a rush to get a fence. So that fund could turn into a fence for our dog Lady, potentially. I don't really know, but I'm just gonna keep saving until I hit that goal, which I'm aiming for like $1,600 to $1,800. Another money move is that we got our money back from our lawnmower. My husband's previous lawnmower that he bought used, which is kind of like a risk that you run, went out, and so he bought another lawnmower, but that lawnmower wasn't really working correctly either, which is also a result of just purchasing things without doing like extensive research. And so we took that back and got about $260 back. So now we need to figure out if we're gonna buy another lawnmower, or I'm trying to figure out if we can take our old lawnmower somewhere to get it repaired. That's kind of like my go-to way of remedying or trying to remedy a situation, is just getting an item repaired. So that could be in the works. So either way, we did get that money back, which was $260. Interestingly enough, we got a tax refund from the state of South Carolina. Actually, it was $90, not a whole lot and pretty unexpected, but anyway, that will come in handy considering we owe Georgia like $2,500. So I guess we could put that amount towards our tax bill when we pay Georgia. Another money move is that we got some gifts. We actually got like a cash gift and gift cards, and so in total $70. So that was just $70 that we never really were planning for or expected to get. And the final money move, which is the most beneficial or the most exciting, is that we did hit our tax savings goal, or our savings goal just in general. We were only saving for taxes in the month of April, so we did hit that, and that was really evidenced by our ability to bring in extra income. Now let's go ahead and talk about some money mishaps. Number one is that we did no additional investing. Again, we sent an email to our financial advisor at the end of March, or once we found out about our tax bill, and we told them to halt the payment for April but resume in May. So May's already set up and about to be auto drafted any minute now, any day now, so that's already like back in the works, but we did have them halted for the month of April. Additionally, we were scammed out of about $85. There were 2 Apple payments that I didn't recognize. One was $69.99, and I'm like, what in the world? And then the other one was like, whatever the difference is, not a whole lot. And I know our subscriptions for Apple like the back of my hand. We actually only have 2. Every now and again, like I may purchase a new app, or there may be some kind of one-time fee associated with that. But for an iTunes or an Apple bill to come out and be $69, obviously that is super sketch. And so I looked through my transactions, I looked through my niece's transactions, because I added her on our family plan one time recently, actually, so she could purchase a ringtone. And then so I looked through all of that. I can see everybody's subscriptions and whatnot right at my fingertips. I looked through my husband's and his purchase history. Again, it's all connected to our one account. I then looked at subscriptions that like I already had, because I was thinking maybe I already had a subscription, or my husband did or something, and then maybe we forgot to cancel it and then they charged us an annual fee or whatever the case is, but that was not the case. So I assumed that our card had been used without our knowledge. I actually tried to dispute the transactions, and also I canceled our card and got a new card in the mail. I actually lost the dispute. The bank said that they actually did not think that it was unauthorized, so they did not refund our money. So yeah, I lost that dispute, but all is well now, I guess, because they definitely were using the card. And so since the card is shut down, then they shouldn't be able to use that card anymore. The next money mishap is that lady's surgery bill, like whenever she left out of there, was way higher than what I expected. We're actually technically like making payments on her surgery, like for her spaying, because what we're doing is for 6 months, we're paying a higher wellness plan amount, and then after 6 months, it'll go down to a reasonable amount, which is like $50 some for her wellness plan. So that's kind of what we're doing, but still, when she walked away from her spaying, she still had a $270 bill, and that was for some anti-itch cream. We had to pay an additional $100 because her spaying took place while she was in heat, which I was kind of annoyed by that, because we originally planned for her spaying to be in March, which was as soon as we could get her spayed after her coming into our care, which that happened in February. But they rescheduled it because their blood machine messed up and they had to get a new one. So she literally went in heat during that time. So that was super annoying. So I was really triggered by having to pay the $100, but we decided to go ahead and do it, because by the time that we purchased more diapers at $35 a pop, and you only get like 30 of them, which she goes through 30 in like a week, and she didn't really show any signs of really stopping really soon. We just decided to go ahead and pay the fee. And then she also had like some med fees and all of that, so that was a huge amount of money. I was very triggered by this, but I mean, I try not to get too stressed out about stuff, because I mean, it had to happen. Like, we had to pay for her surgery and all of that, but I was not prepared for such a large bill. Next up, I'm kind of hesitant to call this a money mishap, but we did go to a home and garden show here in our area. We actually were riding our bikes downtown, and then we just rode to the arena where the home and garden show was, and it was super cool. And like, we almost made it out, but then I spotted this steam mop, and I kind of already have a steam mop, but this steam mop is supposed to do more than what my steam mop does. And I really felt compelled to make this purchase because this guy was here from Florida, and he is his brand and his shop, and he runs it all himself. He does the customer service. And so the small business owner in me felt like, you know, during a pandemic, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to support in that way. Yeah, that was all well and good, but I did kind of make a purchase sort of for something that I already have, but nevertheless the purchase was pretty on the impulsive side of things. So while I did sit there and talk to my husband, and it took us like 20 minutes to make the decision, it was still kind of impulsive. But again, I just kind of wanted to support a small business owner. So I love the product, I'm just not sure that I really needed to make the purchase. But I struggle with that. That's like one of my biggest battles, is because like I want to be supporting people and stimulating the economy. Like, I've wanted to do that before COVID. I want to support small business owners and things of the sort any chance that I get, and I try to do that. But I also know that I want to like retain our funds and put those to good use as well. So it's always a battle that I have, but I just try to support whenever I really feel compelled to do so. The final money mishap that is worth mentioning is that we actually did not hit our goal of staying under our food/dates budget. We did go on a date that was about $100, and it was kind of impulsive, sorta. Like, it was definitely more than what I anticipated. We went to a laser show, and that was like $55, and then, you know, like, we took food there. It was kind of like a picnic situation. It was super fun, but I felt like it was definitely more than like a normal date would be for us. Like, going to the movies would be like $20 or something. So because of which we did go over budget, although going on a date day or date night was one of our goals for April. We did go over budget, and so therefore we did not stick to our goal. Same thing for beauty. I got hair and nails and my feet done, and my friend was living here for about a month. She is actually at the filming of this video unpacking her new house and like doing the finishing touches for that, because she was here until she could get moved into her house. So we were like going to get our nails done and feet done and doing things that we haven't done. I mean, I don't know if we've ever done this together. Like, truly, I don't know that we've ever been able to like kind of lived in the same city and been able to do this in our adult lives. So I would not take that back for anything in this world, and I love doing beauty things, but I do try to like kind of space it out, like hair this month or a pedicure this month, because hair, nails, feet, eyebrows, lashes, and all the things, this stuff is several hundreds of dollars. So I just try to space it out because my bank account ain't set up for me to be spending $300, $400, $500 on beauty every month. So those are all of our notable money mishaps and money moves for the month of April. As always, do share if you have any that you would like to share. I would love to read them. Obviously, I read all of my comments. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.